What's up, Hackstab Slash? You just saw Justin getting his pump on because he is pumped
Oh,
to tell
oh,
us why he picked The Town That Dreaded Sundown from 2014 when his criteria was to give me any horror remake, out there. I wanted to see something. I was kind of hoping he'd pick, Texas Chainsaw or Friday the 13th, but he
all
threw
right.
me a curveball to a movie I've never seen before in my life.
That's what I was hoping to happen because also I did just recently pick up one of the best remakes ever with the Crazies. So you went right back to remake, and I wanted to do Hills Have Eyes, but I couldn't find it free. Then I had a second choice, couldn't find that free. So then I was like, you know what? Years and years ago, I saw The Town That Dreaded Sundown, and I remember not hating it and not extremely loving it, but I thought it was kind of cool mystery. And like I kind of when I watched it, I wasn't really paying attention, and this was like years ago when it first came out. So I was like, you know what? Sean probably hasn't seen that because it's kind of an obscure one, and I kind of want to revisit that because I kind of like those kind of mystery horror movies. So I was kind of very excited to jump into this.
Well, I'm so glad you want to jump into this because I want to start this off. We
I'll get
get
going. Okay.
the Texarkana backstory of the original movie, and this guy narrating it is phenomenal. His voice is so creepy, and I almost wanted to write down word for word what he said, but I didn't want to drag that into the podcast, even though Justin's
Mhm.
background is still the Whistler. Um, that Hackstab Slash, we did a dual podcast to try to catch up with things because I've been so sick, and Justin forgot about his background. I love it.
Whoops. Awkward.
But after we get this whole like backstory and he gives you the information of the Texarkana and the town that dreaded sundown and the movie and all this other stuff, we see a couple, Nicole and Corey, are at this movie, and he's like, yo, whew, getting hot and heavy. Want to drive my Chevy down to the levee
Oh
and
my God.
touch your spaghetti. So they go off to this like lover's lane side, and he's like, all right, he's like, yo, let's get it. It's time to make some moves. And while he's putting the moves on her, she sees this guy wearing a burlap sack right behind Justin off into the distance, and she is freaked the fuck out. He's freaked the fuck out. They lock the doors, and instead of immediately starting the car and driving away, they sit there like a bunch of idiots, catching their breath, talking about it. Oh, he's just a creeper that wanted a show, no
Yeah,
big
yeah,
deal.
he's probably gone.
Yeah. And just as he says that, and she's like, can we leave? And he's like, yeah. Someone smashes in the fucking window with a handgun, points it at his face, and goes, get out of the car. So they get out of the car. And I don't know how I feel about the scene because this man's first instinct is he's like, does your mommy and daddy know where you are? And he's like, at the movie? Yeah. What the fuck kind of question is that? And he's like, what about you, little girl? Does your mommy and daddy know where you are? And she's like, they're dead, asshole. And he's like, oh, okay. Um, uh, like you could tell he's an amateur. He has no fucking idea what he's doing. He's like, oh, turn around, turn around. Actually, you know what? Hey, take your pants off. Please take your pants off. And
It's
then
like no
as he
looking, no
drops
no
his
lookies.
pants, yeah, he's like, turn around, don't look.
Turn around.
And
Don't you
she
be
turns
peeking.
around and he puts this dude on the ground and he straddles him. And I'm like, oh my God, what's happening right now? And she turns around. He's like, hey, I told you no peeky peeky while I sneaky sneaky in this man's cheeky cheekies.
Oh my.
And she turns around and he just starts thrusting with the knife.
Oh.
not
Yeah,
the other
thank you.
member.
Thank you. Knife kills. My
And he
God.
starts stabbing him viciously in the back. And he's like, uh, stop looking at me. I don't know what you're doing. And she turns around. And he's like, I told you no looky looky. Well, I pokey pokey in his back door. Hokey
Oh my God.
hokey.
Oh my God.
And
What the fuck is
she
happening?
takes off fucking running. And all I can
I
think about is
swear.
this man has so much sexual pent up frustration right now. He's about to take it out on her. And he gets to her. He tackles her to the ground. And I'm like, all right, she's about to get killed. And he just leans over and goes, listen, bitch, I told you not to look. My safe word is Mary. And he lets
That's
her
not what
go.
happens. No, there's no safe word. He doesn't give her a safe
There is
word.
no safe word. You're right. She winds up like getting away and she stumbles back to the drive-through. She falls right in front of the screen. All the headlights turn on. Holy shit, what an opening kill scene. I don't know if I should be aroused or scared right now.
I can't stop laughing because with this asshole right next to me, if anyone's watching on YouTube, like I can't like I put in the mic here as you were talking, like I fucking can't. I'm sorry, I'm done. That was
Dude, all I could
absolutely.
think about was, "Don't look at me. Pull your pants down. Check
Oh,
out my
oh my
beautiful blue
God,
eyes."
dude, no, remember like when in like Scary Movie when Ghostface is like hiding, he's like,
All I
"Do you
kept
know
thinking
where?"
about was Ray.
He's like,
Like,
"Do you know where I am now?" He's
Roger,
like, "Oh,
come in, Roger. Who is
oh my
this?
God,
I want to talk to Roger. Put Roger on the phone.
oh, I'm freaking
Like, what the
dying."
fuck is going on right now? Justin,
Oh, all
this
right.
does send the town into absolute fear mode. They
Mhm.
start talking about the movie, the killings back then, how tragic it was for Corey. It breaks your heart because Jamie, I almost called her Nicole because we're doing the dual
I
podcast.
know. I'm like trying to
Um,
remember the names.
so Jamie goes and she talks to the cops. She gives everything. Like I said, this sends this whole town into fear mode. There's about a good 10 to 12 minutes worth of dialogue talking, pointing, Jamie's such a piece of shit for leaving it behind. And then this immediately goes in to some more sex. Justin, am I watching fucking porn right now or am I watching a snuff film? I'm gonna go ahead and say this. I absolutely love how happy this couple is when the military kid gets home, whose name is Daniel Torrance, by the way. We'll touch that in fun facts. Uh,
Okay.
he comes home, he sees his girlfriend, and they go to a motel. They get busy, freaky in between the sheeties. And she sends him off to go buy some cookies. And oh boy, does he buy a bag of cookies. I giggled when she's standing there looking out the window
Of the
and
window.
our phantom shows up and he's got the head and he's just banging it off the door.
Dude, insane.
I was so fucking hooked on this movie right now because he smashes the head through the whole window and climbs through. And I was just like, oh my God, I'm here for this right now. This is hilarious and it is petrifying. And then when she jumps out the window and breaks her fucking leg or
Oh,
ankle, I threw up in my mouth.
that was
I
that
threw
that
up
was
in my mouth.
nasty. That was
And I
nasty.
am horrified and gut wrenching, and my stomach is doing backflips because I feel so bad for this girl trying to run away on this. And she does get away. She gets into the car, and if you've ever driven a stick, you know the only way to start the car is you have to decompress the clutch. That is your left leg. That is the one that is all fucked up. She's pushing down as hard as she can, but there is
Oh
not enough bone structure left in her leg to
my
fully
God.
compress this clutch, so she can't start it. This motherfucker opens the side door, sits down like he's a passenger getting in an Uber, and just slices and dices the hell out of her and makes this thing look like a KitchenAid mixer or a food processor because there's blood spatter everywhere.
Dude,
And it is
vicious.
gruesome. And this
Absolutely
is
vicious.
another less is more because you don't actually see the inside of this car,
Yeah.
but the blood spatter, which I think is CGI, um, is done phenomenally. Like I love that you see it on one window, and then
Yep.
as it's swooping around the car, you see it hit another window. I thought it was very well done. I loved how brutal this car kill was. And the town goes into mourning because not only is the Marine and his girlfriend dead, Corey is also dead. This gives Jamie the opportunity to hook up with this kid Nick to go to this memorial. In the process, she meets Nick because she's doing some research at a library to figure out like more about the Phantom. And they decide to go together. The second they hold hands, fuck Jamie. Your boyfriend just got murdered. You're holding hands with another guy at his fucking like candlelight vigil. Like you
She moved
kidding
on
me?
pretty fast. She moved on pretty
Right?
fast.
And like I said, I had never seen this movie, but I was like, holy shit, I don't know where this is gonna go. Because we see the Phantom show up, and I'm like, this motherfucker's retarded. Sorry for dropping that hard R, but he is. Because you show
But
up
he
to this
is.
thing with his Marines and cops. What do you think? The whole town's just gonna run away from you? Because they tried to,
Right?
but there's one Marine that pumps like what, two or three slugs into him,
Oh yeah.
drops the gun and goes, I fucking got him.
I got him. Yep, arrest me. I'm got him.
Yep, I'm good. I'm good. I did my service. I wouldn't arrest this fucking Marine. You kidding me?
Right?
This dude just saved the town.
And
Throw him a parade.
Before you keep talking, I just want to touch on a few scenes I really love in that too, because right after that girl gets stabbed to death, you see the killer actually calls Jamie from Corey's phone, and once again says like, "Make them remember," and then like the town,
Make them remember
yeah,
Mary.
and basically, yeah, like you said, the town. I love just like the small town panic stuff. They basically like, look, the Phantom's back. We got a band show in the movie, and I love that they showed Jamie. She's studying the '40s case file, so there's a lot of cool police work and everything. You see her like she's studying.
The dude drops the, oh, I have some microfiche.
I wasn't even gonna say that word because I think I
I don't
can't
think you
pronounce that
can.
word. I can't at all. But and she ends up getting like an email from the freaking killer. You see the deputy of the town's an absolute dope. So we see this guy named like Lone Wolf Morales takes over the freaking case.
I'm fully
Um,
checked out because I love him. He is funny as shit in everything I've ever seen him in.
oh yeah, no, same. Like this is a movie. There's a lot of familiar faces. Like there's a lot of like actors who I always like forget their names, but a lot of familiar faces. But
Like they are definitely on those lists you see where it's like, here's 100 actors, you know their face, you can't remember their name.
exactly. But now we're caught right back up to what happened. And the next scene is a tuba scene. I guess you probably want to talk about the scene before you kick it to me.
Yeah, sure, why not? Absolutely, because the cops go to almost like a rich person's venue, and they announce that like the killer has been killed, town safe again. So they go from playing like real like nice dinner music to up tempo jazz music. And two of these band kids having the time of their life, like playing their instruments, good old times. They get into a drop top Mazda Miata. In between the cell phone, the techno music in this Mazda, and the 70s clothes, I have no fucking idea what time period we're in. I don't. I mean, I'm here for it, but I have no idea because this whole
What is
town is
happening?
dressed like it's still the 70s, and they're driving cars from the 70s. But
Hmm.
there's a cell phone and a Miata with like a Pioneer stereo system. Holy high school memories. Um, these two kids drive to like a junkyard, and as they're driving, one of the kids is like, "Yo, remember when we used to sneak here back in the day, smoke some cigarettes? You know, we were such badasses." And I think one or both of these kids are the cops' kids. I
Hmm.
think. I'm not sure. I didn't really piece that together, but I had that feeling, like based on conversation later in the movie. But as these two kids stop, this gets very awkward very fast because they're like, "Oh, what do we do now?" And the second he says that, I'm like, "They're gay." He's like, "Well," he's like, "My penis is hard, isn't yours?" I was just kind of hoping, you could, you know,
Let's not describe this. Let's
just lick my lollipop. How many licks does it take to get to the center
uh,
of my
j-
tootsie pop?
oh boy.
And if you could, help me out, I'll help you out. You go first though. You go first though. So when I have post nut regret, I don't have to
Oh,
go
dude.
second.
Oh boy. All right. All right.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Let's keep going. Let's
But
keep going.
before we get like too far into this, these kids get cock blocked hardcore by the Phantom,
Hmm.
who jumps these two kids. He chases them around. I think one of them tries to drive away, but he knocks him out when he drives by because he's in a convertible, which is hilarious. He
Yep.
chases the other kid, takes him out, and then we see one of the kids is taped up and like strewn like up in the junk pile, and he's looking down and he sees his friend crawling and he's like, "You need to run." And as he's screaming, our hooded Phantom sniper shoots him with a handgun, which is the most rickety thing in the world. And he's got to, at this point, I'm like, he's got to be one of the Marines, or he's got to be some kind of talent with a gun, because he dead eyes him from
Nails
like
him.
a good 100 feet away,
Hmm.
easy, like it was nothing. And right after he kills him, my man says, "Hey, I feel really bad about you trying to play the skin flute earlier, and I know I got in the way, but I am here to give you some trombone lessons." And this might be the most fucked up thing I've seen ever, because my man cannot carry a fucking tune to save
Dude.
his life. He tapes a knife in homage to the original movie to the end of this trombone. And it's like he's trying to tune it and practice. And then he gets closer and he matches it up so he knows it's going to stab this kid. And he tries to do like the like play it, and he can't. All you hear is like, he is god awful. Like, his music instructor in high school is rolling over in their
Oh,
grave right now.
oh my
I
God.
am dying. at the amount of sexual like frustration that is coming from this man, because when he's done, he is like visibly shaking, and he's hyperventilating, and he's breathing heavy. And I'm like, at this point, I'm like, I am shocked he has not tried to have sex with one of these corpses.
Dude, it takes a lot to blow a trombone. You know what I'm saying? Like that friggin' like.
Is blow a trombone your keyword for like blow a
Oh dear
load?
God, no, that's not what I meant. That's not what I
Because
meant.
this dude needs, after this kill and the
It's
convulsions of his body and the heavy breathing, there's no way this man is not going to change his underwear.
yeah, no, this guy has this.
He is covered in blood and other bodily fluids, if you get what I'm saying.
All right, yeah, I just had to make sure you were able to cover that scene because
All
after
right.
all right, what
Well,
do you got?
I want you
All right, what do you got?
to. I mean, you don't have to get too into detail about like the way the cops talk about the scenes and how they try to pin it with the movie and all that other stuff. I want you, Justin,
Mhm.
because I've talked about what, three dicks right now, four potential dicks. One not fully out because she looked back while he was trying to sneaky
Okay,
in his cheeky cheeky.
yeah.
Um, but I want you to talk about this next scene with Ricky
Oh dear
Bobby's
God, I
dad.
forgot what it even is. I'm thinking, oh God, I
you
forgot.
you got Ricky Bobby.
I know that. Oh my God. All right. So anyway, so going on, we see the cops do visit the town's pastor real fast, and they're like, "Yo, like the FBI traced this email to you because the email from the killer, and basically like they grill him. They're like, look, we don't think you killed anyone, but we think you definitely sent this." And the pastor dude's definitely like, well, the church business is booming. Everyone's scared of the Phantom. Like the dude's just,
Everyone coming to my church. My
yeah.
collection plate ain't been so full. I'm about to get me a full tank of gas.
Exactly. So business is friggin' booming in the church and everything. And then we basically oh my God, what's the girl's name? I almost just called Nicole again.
Jamie.
Jamie. They find out that Nick basically comes to Jamie and says, "Look, there's a son of the director of the 76 movie, and he actually lives in the outskirts of the town. We should probably go check it out." And then I wrote,
Oh
"Well,
no, you should
this
tell the cops and let them check it out.
right?" And then I was like, "Wow, so this next scene is absolutely diabolical and kind of amazing because we see the cop. He is just laying back, chilling, having a great time. He's just laying back, getting a blowjob on the couch, and this dude, I mean, it's
Does he get a
crazy.
money shot or
It's
does he get a
crazy
money
because
shot?
he's chilling. He drinks a beer and relaxing. And I was not expecting what the hell happened there. He gets shot in the eyeball. Like
Yeah, she doesn't. He does
as
though.
yeah, as this is happening. He gets the eye shot. Like holy Uno reverse card. And
Right?
well,
Johnny Sins ain't got nothing on me. Watch this.
like but dude, the shot is it's crazy because like he said, you see his eyes just gone. She looks up, is like, holy shit, what is friggin' happening? See, this dude shoots him from outside of the window. So like Sean talked about earlier, like this guy's an amazing shot. And this woman crawls out into the field. And even this, like, from a diabolical scene to like a beautiful shot scene, because she is just
To a
crawling through
beautiful
this.
shot.
She is, oh God,
He who penetrates behind the rose, Justin.
why did I pick this movie? And dude, she's crawling through the friggin' the cornfields. What's up with a lot of cornfields we've been doing lately? Um, Anyway, and you even flashed up and you see a scarecrow. Looks so friggin' awesome. But we see, dude, the Phantom gets her, and holy shit, absolutely stabs her to death. Crazy. And we see like the next morning, you see like someone wakes up and looks up, dude. She's hung up as the friggin' scarecrow. Like that whole entire scene, from the crazy over the top insanity to a beautiful shot with the
I did
moon
really like this
outside.
scene. This was very well shot.
It was amazing. Like it was this movie is kind of all over the place, from being funny then almost unintentionally funny to like cool police work to cool scenes. It's a lot. Anyway, Jamie and Nick, they go find the son of that original director, and oh boy, this guy is interesting. He has a boat camper. He's got like a camper or just
He's got a fucking houseboat
yeah, he's
in the
got
middle of nowhere. There is not a stitch
dude.
of water. There's not even a fucking sprinkler nearby. It's sand dunes.
Sand dunes, and like yeah, I was like, what am I even looking at?
Talk
And
about
then,
global warming. That lake is gone.
and this dude, it's the trashiest place you've ever seen. It's all movie posters, memorabilia, like the most shady shit ever. And the dude's just talking, and he's talking so fast, he's all over the place. My dad did this, my dad, this is where I was gonna make a
So
sequel. I was
he
gonna do
sounds like you.
yeah, shit, he really does. And anyway, and he's basically like, look, there was a murder swept under the bag, and I'll tell you who the damn killer is.
Swept
And
under the bag. I don't think
but
that's the phrase, but
I
it is
read
in
my
this movie.
it's rug. I definitely read that as bug, not bug. I just said bug. The murder was swept underneath the giant bug. The murder was
You
swept
did it
under the
again.
rug.
There you
We are
go.
there we go. Web. Oh my God.
I
Rug.
can't right now.
This is terrible. All right, he's like,
This is awesome.
I'll tell you who the damn killer is. It's Hank McCready. He was killed and stabbed by this killer and left by the train and ran over by the train. And the killer, the Phantom,
You
jumped on the
cannot say
train.
train this many times in this movie after so many clap in the cheeks that's been going on.
Oh God! And
McCready
anyway,
got train ran on him.
and they're like, you know what? His wife was absolutely pissed. The family was pissed, and basically talks about how Hank has a grandson now,
Yeah,
and
he's
he's the
fucking pissed
killer.
because he wasn't part of the train.
Yeah, he was left out, and he never got over that. He's like Hank's wife. I even found her on her deathbed, and she told me that her grandson would make the town pay because her son didn't have the balls to do it. So her grandson, he's gonna be the one that does it. The whole
I
town's
mean, if
gonna
you're gonna
pay.
get in on a train, you kind of need balls.
All right, dear God, this is gonna do terrible on YouTube. Absolutely terrible.
So
I'm
many
predicting it right now.
violations.
So many violations. 10 impressions, one view. My God.
And
And
an
basically,
X rating.
yeah, exactly. They leave and they're like, yo, we don't even know what to believe. Like, what the hell even just happened? And then all of a sudden, like this shit escalates even more fast. We see like basically like Jamie's accepted to college. She's gonna move out to California. She's gonna head out there, but before that, like her and Nick all of a sudden have sex. It's
Yeah,
that
your
turn.
boyfriend's corpse isn't even
Like,
cold yet. You're banging Nick. The only thing I could think of is in the Freddy versus Jason scene when the chick from Ginger Snaps falls
oh yeah.
asleep and her dead boyfriend is like, "I'm not even dead yet, and you're banging someone else."
Yeah, moved on. Yeah. Like holy shit. So like you see they have sex and then you see poor Nick like it's over and Nick is like
They're cuddling.
you see him walking on and all of a sudden boom, dude is taken out by the freaking Phantom. I don't know if was he hit by a bat or something or he's hit by something to knock
So
you don't
before this, I was like,
yeah.
I am so glad she does not have a guilty conscience about banging Nick, because right before this, we see Nick is passed out in bed, but he turns into Corey. And this whole scene was enough to make my heart rate spike for a couple of seconds, because while Corey's dead in the bed and he gets up and just walks away into the woods through her wall, I was like, this specific scene might be the best scene in the movie. It was so well done, so well shot. I was like, holy shit, this movie is starting to change my opinion from 1970s gay snuff film to, you know, enter the dream realm, if you will. And I was like, I like where this is going. But like Justin said, uh, Nick leaves. He's got some post nut regret, and he's thinking about everything that's going on in his life, and he's just in a state of like, what did I do? And I'm gonna walk home alone at night, which is a horrible fucking idea, knowing that this thing is stalking my current love interest. And not only am I gonna walk home alone at night, but I'm not gonna walk anywhere near the street. I'm not gonna walk anywhere near streetlights, and I'm going to give myself a seizure because I'm walking through people's backyards where
Lights.
apparently their sensor lights only last for a split second.
Yeah,
And
right.
like you said,
Because
out of fucking nowhere, this dude shows up and he's like, "Bam, Babe Ruth."
boom, take it out. I'm like, holy shit, what
Yeah.
just happened?
He's like, "Mike Trout? No, this is the
Mike
Phantom."
Mike Trout. Hello, Mike Trout.
After all this shit fucking settles down, we go back and we see Jamie is packing up with the grandmother. They're gonna go to California. They're done with this town. They're gonna leave all this shit behind them. She even sees one of the deputies, Foster, outside checking in on her, and she's like, "Hey, we're leaving. Like, you don't have to watch me anymore. But here's a bunch of shit that I dug up on the Phantom. I thought maybe someone should look into it." He's like, "All right, we'll do." And this scene heavily lays into Foster's eyes. And it's at this point I went, Foster's the killer.
Mhm. And time out real fast. You can still take us home, but does seem so out of place? Randomly, she's like, "I'm going to California," and they just get up and leave in like the middle of like
Yeah,
They
right
like
then and there, way out of place.
they leave
I
so
guess.
fast, and like the cop that's watching them is just like, okay, like,
Yeah,
and
he's
it's
like, all
like,
right, cool, no problem. You know,
oh,
you're not
I was
heavily
like, wait,
involved in a in a massacre, murdering spree. Oh, go
I,
ahead, jump down.
I was just like,
That's
wait,
not a
what?
fucking red
Like,
flag if you're a cop. That
I was
says,
just
hey,
like,
we're closing in on you. I want to skip town.
yeah, they're like, oh, by the way, we're headed to Cali, like, and they're just like, he's like,
I'm
okay,
going
yeah,
back
I know, they're
down,
like playing that, and it's
Kelly,
like,
Kelly.
I was just like, what the hell? All right, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, but I mean, naturally though, before you leave town, the grandmother's got to jinx herself because she's like, I ain't never let Texarkana in my life. Huh? About to do it now, though. You're gonna go stay with some family out in California. Get me a tan. Give me a nice lifeguard to, you know, rub my varicose veins all night. And as Jamie pulls into the gas station to get some gas, she goes in. She's getting her grandmother a coffee, some snacks. I think she asked for a cheese Danish to be specific. Um, she's got a credit card, but this cash register is so fucking old. It's one of those like you have to put it down, swipe the credit card to make an imprint, submit the bill to the credit card company before you can get your money. I'm like,
Before you
what?
get it.
This town needs to, stop being in the house of wax and get up to date.
Oh, there
Um,
you go.
but this gas station scene is gnarly because you hear gunshots and she runs outside like a fucking idiot to check in on everything. And she sees the old man that was there pumping gas with one eye. I'm assuming this is a relative of the deputy. He took the money load in his eyeball as well. So I think that's like a family trait. Um, he's dead, gas spewing everywhere. We see the grandmother is standing up. She's holding her neck. She's bleeding out. And as the cashier comes outside to investigate, my man gets fucking sniped like it's nothing. And
Crazy.
I'm not talking 100 yards away this time. This man is in like the third or fourth floor of an abandoned building down the street, picking these people
Mm.
off. And he says, all right, let's play some cat and mouse, Jamie. I'm going to chase you all over this town because it's 2 in the morning and no one's awake. Where would you run to in this situation, Justin? You are downtown and there's very clearly a police station downtown.
No,
Are you
I
gonna
probably would.
run into are you gonna run into a
I,
chain locked library or are you gonna go to
yeah,
the police station?
I'd probably go to like a locked abandoned building with like no lights on. That's
Oh,
probably the smarter thing,
perfect
right?
sense. Makes
Yeah.
perfect sense.
All right, cool, cool.
You want to tell me what happens? She goes to the
Yeah,
police
so
station, right? Get
yeah,
some real help.
yeah, she does not go to the police station at all. Holy shit. And when she actually goes there, she actually sees Nick's body is friggin' there. Like, holy shit. Yeah, was it a library or abandoned train? Yeah, you said a train. Is it like a train station or something?
I think it might be a
Like,
train station because at first I thought this was the library that she went to do research. But how did she wind up on the train tracks? And then I was like, it's a train
yeah,
station.
that's
And then on
okay.
my second rewatch, I seen it on the building.
Yeah, so she ends up seeing Nick's body and she ends up running outside. So now we got another back into the woods and we're out even to the river. And now there's arrows. Like, holy shit, dude. She is shot by friggin' arrows. Like, two of them. Like, what is even happening? And then all of a sudden, like, we see, like, when she's on the ground, like, there's two killers. Like, they're coming from, like, both directions. And, like,
They're about to
and
run
before,
train on her.
yeah, yeah, like here it is, like take off your pants. But like
Welcome to the train yard. Don't look at me.
right, don't look, don't peek,
We're
dude.
gonna seesaw the shit out of you.
They they unmask right away, and it is Deputy Foster, like we nailed, and the other one is friggin' Corey. Like, holy shit! And right away, like she's like, "What the hell is even happening?" And
I
basically, they
I,
talk.
I have a theory on how these two found each other.
What's your theory?
100% found each other on Grinder.
I was waiting for that, and we basically, she's like, look, one of you has to be McCready's grandson. And basically, we see, yep, nailed it, dude. Foster is
Yeah, he did. He
McCready's,
nailed him.
oh,
We
is
saw that in the opening kill scene.
McCready's grandson. And Corey, well, Corey, he faked his own death, and he basically gives his whole entire deposition dump of why he did it and everything, how he wanted to be a part of something big because he was sick of his life path, man.
I'm
He,
so good looking. I'm the high school
yeah,
star quarterback. I got a
quarterback,
full ride to college, man.
yeah.
Life is so hard. And the only hard thing I want is from Deputy Foster.
Dude, I was dying at his reasoning. I'm like, what the fuck? This doesn't make sense at all. I was like, what the? He's like, I wanted to be something, part of something big. I'm like, you had a lot of shit going for you. What the
I
hell?
wanted to make a tape on a casting couch.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, dude, Foster just blasts Corey in the head. Like, holy
Post night
shit.
regret.
Yeah, I'm like, what the hell is this? And then you see basically Foster is he's gonna blame them. He talks about how both of them they're gonna get framed. This is good. This is kind of, that his plan is actually solid. His plan was way more solid than
It
Corey.
actually
Corey's
makes more sense than anything I've seen in any Scream movie.
yeah, like
I was
Foster
about to
actually
say that. I mean, granted, this movie is wild, but
yeah,
this plan makes sense.
this
This
movie's all
plan,
over the place,
yeah,
but especially Foster being McGreedy's grandson, like this dude at least made sense. Corey was like insane, but Jamie ends up grabbing the gun that the other had, and she shoots Foster 2 times. And it looks kind of badass because he like falls into the swamp and like kind of like just like goes away. But we also now all of a sudden we see so like it's the end. We have a really cool voiceover in the ending, and we basically hear how like the body was never even freaking found. And throughout the voiceover, you hear how she left Texas for a new life, and basically how like you're always walking, and sometimes you hear that stuff behind you. Like really cool, creepy ending. And as she's walking away, like in the movie, it shows like she's walking, and there's like a shadow behind her, and you see like and like the shadow like kind of grows, and then you hit the end. It kind of looked really cool with the whole voiceover to the ending. I thought that was kind of
yeah.
cool.
I am so like mind blown. The dialogue was great. The storytelling was great.
Yeah.
I do love the fact that as we see this closing scene, we notice that her wardrobe has updated by 35 years in the matter of months.
Dude, that's what I mean. This movie's all over. This movie's all over the place. I'll let you talk about it if you want to talk about it
Speaking
first.
about all over the place, my closing thoughts literally are what the fuck time period is this, Justin? We've got bell bottoms, sideburns, phones with cords, dope classic cars, cell phones, and computers. I get one or even 15 people rocking the Jimmy Page look, but the entire town, I am so lost. Also, does this movie know it's meta? Like it's a movie within inside of a movie telling you about a movie.
Yeah.
I can't tell if this is intentionally done or if this is just one gigantic experiment of a film. I like the acting, but this Phantom has to be one of the gayest closeted motherfuckers I've ever seen on screen in my entire life. No way he's not full of pent up holy gospel rage from the way he thinks about men. This man confesses his sins to the pastor daily. I'll say this. I enjoy the acting. I enjoy the message the Phantom reads like it sporadically throughout the movie. I thought it was very good. The kills are great. They're goofy. They're creative. It's all in all just a ridiculous movie. The twist at the end and the lack of a 15-minute dialogue drop was refreshing. I think that lasted about 3 minutes and 10 seconds,
Yep.
which is longer than I do in bed. There's a lot wrong
It's
with
outrageous.
this movie, but there's also a lot that's done really, really well. I'm giving this movie a 6.6 out of 10. It might be higher, but the soft glow lighting and the camera work throughout this movie makes me feel like I'm watching a horror rendition of the 1990 classic action comedy Dick Tracy.
Dude,
There, there, I feel like the more I watch this movie, the more I'm gonna like it. But right now, it's a 6.6.
well, that's why you can see how I wanted to rewatch this. I seen this years ago, and I remember walking away from it like I'm like, that was good, I think, right? And I'm like, and like, it's been
Yeah, that
years.
was
Like, I
good, I
mean,
think. Right? Can we make that the caption title?
this is
Like not
good,
the
I
town that
think,
dreaded
right?
sundown with like its quote. Just I think it was good, right?
Yeah, but I also all right. So I wrote, I love the small town mystery. I first of all, this is also a true story, like based on a true story. I love how this movie was made. I love how they played the original movie throughout and taught, and I love there's a lot of familiar faces. But I liked how Sean talked about it, how it's like meta. It's like a movie within a movie, talking about movies, talking about even doing sequels to the movies from the 76 movies that was based off the 46 killer. Like, there's a lot of shit. Like, it's crazy. I kind of love that. And it is shot very weird how this movie looks very weird. And it does give you, you almost don't know what time frame like you're watching it in. And I wrote, like, is this movie the most exciting movie in the history of the, like, no, but I still think this is a solid watch. Like I said, the kills are kind of crazy. It's goofy at times, and it's really weird because there'll be one scene you're like, wow, that was shot so beautifully, and like that kill was crazy. And then you'll see a guy playing the tuba, like Sean says, and it's just like, and you're like, you don't know what the hell is happening. So I give it a
Backstab
seven.
slash. I did this stupid thing to Justin yesterday
I couldn't stop
morning at
laughing.
work, and
It's
Justin's still laughing about it.
I laughed for like 4 hours. But I give this a 7.2. I think you should watch this movie. There's enough good about it. It's kind of wacky, but I like it.
It's
7.2.
definitely a fun movie. Like I said, I feel like the more if I watch it again and again, I feel like I'm gonna like it a little more each time.
Yeah.
Like it's fun in that aspect. But the glowing camera angles where like you can tell it's very artificial lighting.
Yeah.
I hate that style because my mom used to force me to watch soap operas when I was sick.
Oh
And that's
shit.
all I can think about is that soft glow. And I'm watching like General Hospital or some shit.
Yeah.
You know what I
Damn.
mean?
All right. Got any
All
fun
right.
facts or
So
anything?
I got this is a 5.6 on IMDb.
Should be a 7.2. Anyway, this was literally based on the Texarkana Midnight Murders.
Texarkana. Is
Texarkana.
that like Jeffrey Dahmer? Is he
Yeah,
in that?
well, no, so all right. Texarkana
That's very hard to
Midnight
say.
Midnight Murders by the Phantom in 1946. That was all real stuff that happened. So,
Oh,
so
there
that
is
was,
no way in hell that man in 1946 did not have a ton of pent up just rage for the way he thought
oh,
about. No fucking way.
right.
I stand on my ground. In addition to playing Charles B. Pierce Jr. in the film, actor Dennis O'Hare also voices the narration heard at the beginning and end of the film. His voice is creepy as shit. And
Great
if you're
narration.
trying to think of where you might know this man from, he's been in numerous films. But one of his most iconic things is not a film, it's a TV series. And that series is American Horror Story.
Oh no shit. Oh, that's really cool. Hell yeah. So despite taking place in Texarkana, this was mostly filmed in Louisiana.
Louisiana. The
Yep.
soldier who was murdered at the motel is named Daniel Torrance. This is a reference to the anonymous character. I can't say that. That's why I sounded like an idiot.
I was just say what?
It pays homage to Daniel Torrance from The Shining.
Shine. I was gonna say Shining. Hell yeah.
I'm
So this all
afraid to make you do that movie because it's very like monotoned,
yeah,
dreadful,
yeah,
slow.
yeah, I don't
It's
do I
yeah, I
don't
love that movie so much, but I don't know if we could do it on the podcast.
yeah, please don't. I don't want to give my official thoughts of The Shining. I respect it, but I don't want people to yell at me. So we're just gonna move on and I say there's a limited box office release and this made 121,000.
We have a body count of 14. We have an unnamed drifter, Danny, Kendra, Paul, Johnny, Roy, Chief Deputy Tillman. He's the one that was getting the blowjob, Ricky Bobby's dad. He was in witness
Yep.
protection program, so he didn't have to pay for, all that shit he did at the Sizzler. Um, Ardell, Nick, the gas station geezer, the gas station cashier, Lillian, Corey, and Deputy Foster.
All right, well, that was my next fun fact, so I got nothing now.
Oh, sweet, dude. My last fun fact is going to confirm everything I've been saying about this killer. And when I found this fun fact, I went, I am justified in everything I said about this killer because, are you ready for this, Justin?
Let's go.
In the original script, the Phantom sodomized Corey before stabbing him to death. This was removed from the final version of the film, but he still orders Corey to remove his pants.
Yeah, I read that. Why? That's weird that he still said remove you. Like that's kind of. I saw that too. I'm like
Take your
that's.
pants off. I thought maybe so he couldn't run away at first.
I
But
thought
then
that
he
was
was like,
weird
turn
too.
around, get on the ground. And then he straddled him. I was like, oh no, he's going to penetrate.
Why still keep the take you? This is a weird decision, but anyway, that's all I got.
It's so fucking weird.
It's just
All right,
weird.
hack, stab, slash. Until then, don't go out when the sun goes down unless you have a very strong belt on. And I will see you later.
Peace.